Hello, hello, and welcome. My name is Jay, and I am your Strive Scan facilitator for this evening. And we have six great schools here with just 6 minutes to give you information all about their school and all about what's going on here as you go through this college search process. So, I am your facilitator for this evening. We have six great schools again, and they each get 6 minutes. So, we just want to welcome you to the Western Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. Now, I have a couple of housekeeping announcements, and then I'm going to pull up our presentations, and they're going to go from there. But first things first, you can ask questions to the presenters at any time utilizing the Q&A button that should be on the top or bottom of your screen. The only request that we have is that you list the school who the question is for, so the right representative knows to reach out and respond to you. Also, you can see and hear us, but we cannot see and hear you. Your camera and video are off, so there is no need to worry about that. Also, this is just one of many sessions happening. There are more happening later this evening and in later days. And this presentation is being recorded. So if you miss anything or your internet goes out all of a sudden, don't worry, because in about 1 week at strivescan.com/WACAC, you'll be able to get this recording. I'm going to stop sharing my screen and I'm going to bring up our first presenter from Champlain College. Come on up.
Thanks, Jay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Champlain College. We are located in Burlington, Vermont, about 40 miles south of Canada, in the largest city in Vermont. The view you see in front of you is a photo I specifically chose because I think it does a great job of representing Champlain's value. If you look in the center, you can see Miller Information Commons and some of our newer buildings that make up the quad in the center of our campus, right next to our library. But if you look around, you can see dotted old Victorian New England houses. And I like this contrast because it speaks a lot to the Champlain College experience. You have students who are taking old school liberal arts courses in things like psychology and law. But then you also have students who are on the cutting edge, working in our Leahy Center of Digital Investigation and in our game studio, working on things like cybersecurity and digital forensics or game programming. And this duality is what makes Champlain so unique. We are able to get students interested in things all over the board and have them come together at Champlain College. Now, there aren't many students here, about 2,100, but we like us at that size. With a campus that's only 22 acres, it makes us feel right at home, and it makes you feel that you're not ever just a number in the classroom. And that's something we strive for at Champlain. We never want our students to feel like they're just a number. Now, I mentioned, how we have some interesting majors. Here you can see a list of just some of our offerings. We have 4 main divisions at Champlain where you're going to take the majority of your classes. We have the Stiller School of Business, which is home to many of our old business programs and some of our new ones as well, where you can work in things like international business or business administration or finance or even game production management. We have communication and creative media. That's for people who, unlike me, have artistic abilities that can extend further than a stick figure. But then you also see some of our other interesting majors in here, like professional writing and game sound design, as well as game design. We also have education and human studies, where you'll find a lot of those traditional liberal arts majors, like education, psychology, social work, and law. And lastly, we have information technology and sciences, where you'll find things that you typically wouldn't expect to find at a liberal arts college, like applied mathematics, computer and digital forensics, computer science and innovation, data science, and game programming. Inside these divisions, you're going to take classes with students with similar interests with you, but they may be outside of your major. So that way you're exploring and meeting new people who have similar interests to your own, but you're still expanding your horizons. And you're doing all this while working in our upside down curriculum, which means you're taking classes in your major from your first day at Champlain until your last. There's no front-loading general education courses at our college. We want our students to get a full, well-rounded experience before they even enter their sophomore year. That sets our students up to have excellent placement in internships, with nearly 90% of our students completing 1 or more internships before they graduate, and helps us reach our 88% job placement rate, with 88% of those 88% landing in fields directly related to their career goals. Now, I can't talk about Champlain without talking about our first year mansions. Students at Champlain College are going to live in one of 20 Victorian era mansions we have scattered around our campus. These are incredibly nice. They are quite the envy of many students who live in Burlington, Vermont, and for good reason. Our houses reflect our students. No two are quite alike. So if you're looking to live with 10 other people in a small first year home where you're going to get to know everyone, or you're looking for something bigger like one of our 54-person homes like Bankus, you're going to be able to find what you're looking for and create that unique first year experience you want. However, it's not just the first year experience. We also have apartment style housing, and we have suite style housing for upperclassmen as well. So you can live with your friends and you can live in an environment that fits you perfectly. As I mentioned, the stat about 88% of our Champlain class were employed or continuing their education. It's just so important to know. It is one of those things that sets Champlain apart in so many ways because our students not only have a liberal arts degree, but they are incredibly job successful with that. And that's one of the things that, is so important because 4 years of college are nice, but the 40 years that follow are the most important part of that education. As much as we love our off-campus and on-campus activities, of which we have over 70, we still want our students to feel successful when they leave and when they enter the workforce, and Champlain degrees are designed to set students up for success. Now, I, of course, have to talk about financial aid at Champlain. There are 3 main avenues students can approach. They can receive scholarships or grants from Champlain College and through the FAFSA. On top of that, one thing that's worth noting is that Champlain won't reduce your aid if you receive outside aid. So if you're applying to schools, some may decrease your aid if you receive an outside scholarship through Dunkin' Donuts or the local Rotary Club. Champlain College won't do that, but make sure to ask everyone about that because the answer may surprise you. In some cases, there are loans, and in many cases, we have student employment. We have both federal work study and we have Champlain job opportunities for students. No matter what your interests are, you can find a job at Champlain, be it working in our own office as a student ambassador or working at that Leahy Center for Digital Investigation, getting real world experience, working with Vermont State Troopers and the FBI on cracking tough cases. You'll be able to find it at Champlain. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a great evening.
Awesome, thank you so much here. Now it is University of Connecticut, your turn.
Thanks, Jay. Okay, let me get my screen shared with you guys. Okay, perfect. So welcome everybody. My name is Heather Schrang and I am the admissions officer for the University of Connecticut, and I work with students in Northern California as well as Washington, Oregon, Alaska, and Hawaii. So I'm really excited to be here tonight to talk to you more about UConn and why it may be a good fit for you. So first, I'd like to just get started with where exactly we're located. We are located in Storrs, Connecticut, which is in the northeast corner of the state. So we're about an hour and a half south of Boston and about 2.5 hours north of New York City. So we are really in the heart of New England. We are the flagship university in the state of Connecticut. Our main campus in Storrs was the first campus. And then we do have those 4 regional campuses, which you can see indicated on the screen. They are smaller and non-residential, with the exception of our Stamford campus. So generally students coming from out of state, especially farther away, like the West Coast, are joining us on the main campus in Storrs. This is also where majority of our undergraduate student population is. We have about 19,000 undergraduates on the main campus in Storrs. So across all 5 campuses, we are about 24,000 undergraduates, and we're about 30,000 students, including our graduate student population. So we are considered a large institution. We're also ranked in the top 25 public universities in the country by US News and World Report, and we are an R1 research institution. So that's going to be really important for any students who might be interested in any STEM related fields, because you will have opportunities to do research as early as your freshman year if that's something you'd like to do. So at UConn, we do have over 110 majors, as well as over 320 minors and concentrations across our 10 schools and colleges. So if you know what you want to study, that's great. There's still plenty of opportunities for you to explore other areas that may just be something that you're interested in, or maybe a minor or concentration. And if you don't know what you want to study yet, that's also great. And that's totally fine. You have time and you have opportunities to find the major that's the right fit for you while still working towards your degree. Our largest college on campus is our College of Liberal Arts and Sciences. However, our biggest draws for the university, as far as why students look at UConn or maybe want to attend, are for business, engineering, nursing, our special programs in law, medicine, dental medicine, and education. Also to of note, our student to faculty ratio is about 16:1. So you will have average class size of about 30 to 35 students, which is really nice. You really get an opportunity to connect with your classmates as well as your professors and build those relationships from day one. So at UConn, we are a Division I university. If you follow any kind of college basketball, you've probably seen us in the championships. So we actually have 24 Division I teams. We have 23 national championships across all of our teams. And what comes with that is a lot of school pride. Being the Huskies, we are very proud of that. Our students are very proud of that, always attending games, lots of hype, lots of excitement around all of our sporting events, but also all the big events that we throw on campus as well. Additionally, we do have over 700 clubs and organizations. We have 32 club sports. We have 23 living and learning communities as well. And we also have over 135 education abroad experiences. Typically, we have students in over 80 different countries. So if you're looking for that global experience, you'll absolutely be able to take advantage of that at UConn. So this is just to give you a little bit of an idea of what campus is like. Obviously, we are located in New England, so we do get all 4 seasons, including winter. So we do get snow, so just keep that in mind if anybody is maybe averse to that. What's great about UConn is you get that feeling of being on a traditional college campus, but then you still have access to major cities very easily. We have a transportation depot in the downtown area, which is that top middle photo. And that's where you can hop on a bus to go up to Boston or down to New York on a weekend if you wanted to take advantage of that. Also, we do have housing available all 4 years for our students. We have traditional style dorms, suite style, as well as apartments on campus. And we also have plenty of off-campus housing as well. That's just adjacent to campus. So it kind of does feel like you can still be, you're almost on campus, and it's very easy to still be part of the university community. There's always something going on at UConn, whether it's a big event or small event. We have food truck festivals, our UConnic Music Festival, TED Talks, different performances by clubs and organizations. We also have a lot of different traditions on campus. So our homecoming carnival, foosball, which is the nation's largest volleyball tournament that happens on campus every spring, the 110 Sunday event, Husky-thon, which is an 18-hour dance marathon. So you will never be not able to find something that you want to do on campus. So moving right into the admissions focused information, we do take a holistic approach to admission. So I'd like to just mention that right out of the gate. We are on both the Common App as well as the Coalition app, and this is what we require for admission. So of course, official transcripts as well as a personal essay. Letters of recommendation are very strongly encouraged, but they are not required. But because we take a holistic approach, the letters of recommendation really help us and give us more insight into who you are as a student and as a person. So because they're optional, it says 2, but really it could be 1, it could be 2, it could be 5, it can also be none, it won't hurt you. We are also test optional. So we were test optional this past fall, and we will be test optional for the next 2 admission cycles with potential for it to extend beyond that as well. Students are automatically considered for honors and scholarship when you submit your application. So there's no additional application that's required for you to submit in order to be considered for both of those. And then this is just our deadlines, December 1st. We don't have early action or early decision at UConn. January 15th is when everything must be submitted, and all decisions are released March 1st. And last, this is my contact information, but I will drop that into the chat just so if you want to connect, you will have that ability to do so. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you, Heather. We're going to move right along now to our third presenter with University of Arkansas. Come on up, Kimberly.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kimberly Clark, and I am one of our Senior Assistant Directors of Recruitment with the University of Arkansas. The University of Arkansas is a public research undergraduate-based university. We are the flagship of the state of Arkansas. We are located in Fayetteville. Fayetteville itself has been ranked in the top 10 best cities to live in by US News and World Report the past 5 years in a row. The city, very much a college town. We have 85,000 people and about just over 500,000 in the Northwest Arkansas area. We are located in the heart of the Ozark Mountains. So if you do like the outdoors, we have everything from hiking, biking, rock climbing, camping, fishing, canoeing, anything but surfing. But we have been ranked a top 25 outdoor college. We do have direct flights from Los Angeles and San Francisco to our regional airport, so pretty convenient to get to if you're close to those areas. Lots going on in the area of Northwest Arkansas itself. Like I said, very outdoorsy. Our Razorback Greenway is over 35 miles of bike trails. Crystal Bridges Art Museum is a free American art museum for the public, and there are some special exhibits that they have that do cost money, but it's a beautiful, beautiful museum. Lots of different things to do on the weekend. Farmers market, we have an AMP, outdoor theater, outdoor malls, you name it, lots going on outside of the university itself. We are Division I in the SEC conference, so very traditional Southern school, a lot of school spirit, Greek life, student organizations. We do have over 400 ranging from spiritual, religious affiliations, special interest, club and intramural sports. So lots to do outside of the classroom. About a third of our students are Greek. So if it's something that you're interested in, it's definitely there. But if it's something you're not interested in, you definitely won't feel misplaced at Arkansas. We do have over 200 academic degree programs that are housed under our 6 academic colleges. We have our Dale Bumpers College of Agriculture, Food and Life Sciences. We have our Fay Jones School of Architecture. We have our Fulbright College of Arts and Sciences. We have our College of Education and Health Professions, our Sam M. Walton College of Business, and a College of Engineering. All of our programs are direct admit, except for nursing and social work. But when you apply to the university, you are applying for your program of choice aside from those 2 programs, which are direct admit. Probably our most popular, coming from the West Coast, is going to be our College of Business. We are a top 30 public business school in the country. We're named after the founder of Walmart, Sam Walton. We are home to Walmart's headquarters. So where are my Walmart shoppers? Walmart has a rule that anyone that does any business with them, they also have to have an office in our area. So we actually have over 325 of the Fortune 500 companies and over 4,000 individual businesses. Really great internship and career opportunities. Our engineering program is probably our second most popular. It is direct admit as well, 9 core types of engineering that you get rotated through our freshman engineering program, all within your first year. We do have an honors college as well. It is automatic admission as long as you meet the minimum requirements, and that will be whatever your program of choice is. As long as you meet the minimums, you can be a part of the honors college. We have a lot of traditions at Arkansas, but probably my favorite is the top right corner, our senior walk. So when you graduate from the university, we actually etch your name in stone. So if you ever visit campus, you'll see over 4 miles of graduate names spread throughout campus. We have just under 28,000 total students. One of the things that I love about Arkansas, we bring in about 5,000 freshmen each year, and about 50% of our students come from out of state. So outside of the majority of the bordering states, California is our next most populated state. So you definitely wouldn't be the only student coming from the West Coast. If you're interested in studying abroad, our program has been ranked top 5 study abroad programs. And we do have a campus in Rome, Italy that you can study at too. For this fall, 2021, and next fall, we are test optional. In a typical year, we just have automatic admission with a 3.0 GPA, a 20 ACT, or a 1030 SAT. If you want to go test optional, you need a minimum 3.2 weighted GPA on a 4.0 scale, and you will not need a test score. Anything below that, we are test flexible. And then anything below a 2.75, a test will be required. Up top are our priority deadlines for application, our priority scholarship deadline, which I'll talk about scholarships next, and then our financial aid December 1st priority deadline. We do have an automatic scholarship. So when you apply to Arkansas, you're actually applying for the Extended State NRTA Scholarship Award. It is automatic, no test scores required for this year or next year, but it waives up to 80% off the difference of in-state and out-of-state tuition up to $13,175 per year. And if you apply and you meet the minimum 50% award and you bump your GPA up, you can get bumped up to the 80%. So you do have all year of your senior year to meet the minimum requirements for either of the tiers. And then here's my contact information. So if you do have any questions, I am your go-to. Feel free to take a picture of my slide so you have that information, and thank you for your time.
Thank you so very much, Kimberly. We are halfway through our presentations now, and just as a reminder, if there is anybody out there with questions, definitely feel free to use that Q&A, but come on up, V, with University of Louisville.
Thank you, Jay. Hi, everyone. I am V. Alidema with the University of Louisville. Before I get started, I do want to make sure to share a quick video with you. Just 1 second.
You walk in here and you don't know where you fit, but there are people from everywhere and everyone's looking. For friends, for fun, for their future. Jock, geek, troublemaker, nerd, blah, blah, blah. Forget your high school labels. Here, you'll live in a diverse world of individuals. The University of Louisville's student body is representative of the state, the country, the entire giant planet. Starting now, you get to define you. No, you've got the R all wrong. With more than 200 majors available, we definitely have your major. Before you graduate, you'll go to more than 1,200 classes. And you'll traverse a park-like campus cultivated with more than 220 years of history. There's also lots of opportunities for internships, co-ops, international study abroad, and research programs to layer your education. U of L is about much more than academics. Explore the things you love. Join a club, volunteer in the community, get active in student government, start a study group for one of your classes. The residence halls are a great place to bond with new friends. Almost everyone loves their first roommate. Almost. But don't roost in your room too long. We've got state-of-the-art workout facilities, a variety of intramural sports, and other fitness clubs that make it easy to stay active. Stop, that R is still not quite right. Back up. Rubbing the toe of the thinker during finals week will bring you good luck on your exams. On the other hand, don't step on the cardinal bird. It's bad luck. Very bad luck. You're leaving the nest to explore new boundaries, but don't be confined by the boundaries of campus. Louisville is a vibrant city full of culture, music, parks, sports, and great food. So get ready to settle in and learn how to throw what you know, because by the time that you leave the University of Louisville, you'll be ready to when you become an insider here, you're ready to make an impact out there.
All right, hope you enjoyed that and wanted to just share a couple more things about University of Louisville. So reasons why students choose us is because we're a great value. We're a medium-sized Carnegie Research University that's accessible, affordable, with automatic scholarships, internship opportunities at local Fortune 500 companies in Louisville, engineering co-ops, which pay an average of $34,000 before students even graduate college. And we're lucky to have our own dentistry school and law school with direct entry, as well as our medical school and university hospital system. We were very well prepared to handle a crisis like COVID-19 because we're one of only 13 universities in the US with a CDC lab that conducts pandemic research. This medical expertise did allow us to invite students back to campus safely, not only for visits, but also for in-person classes. So we're located in the suburb of Louisville, about 10 minutes away from downtown, walking distance from the famous Churchill Downs, where soon the Kentucky Derby will take place. The U of L has been named the most beautiful campus in Kentucky. We are residential with ample housing options and beautiful tree-lined campus, which is very compact and walkable. End to end, it'll take about 15 minutes total. And this is where the Cardinals eat. You'll notice how compact the campus is and how close by residence halls are, not only to restaurants, but very important Starbucks as well. So these are some of the most unique majors on our campus. We are an excellent school for professional studies. So to the left, you'll notice most popular majors overall. I'll say for students for Western United States, what we see are trends into our engineering, business, and nursing programs, as well as our number 3 sports administration program. And we do have many opportunities to get a diverse set of observation, volunteer, clinical experiences, no matter what it is that you study. So if you want to, for example, visualize a program, what it entails, you can head over to our website and search for flight plans for a particular program. If you're not entirely sure what you want to study, you can come in as undecided. We do have more than 216 majors, so there's something for everyone, but you're welcome to, again, come in as undecided and apply as so. We do have all the resources necessary to help you out. So you can apply as test optional or traditional with test course. Either way, if you do apply as a test optional student, I do want you to know that we do have a pathway for direct entry into our STEM programs. For example, engineering, business, and nursing, since those tend to be very popular with Western state students. So all you need to apply is head over to Common App or our own Take Flight app. So your application, high school transcript, test scores if you're going to bring those, or student involvement resume if you don't have test scores, and the $25 application fee. And you can certainly visit. We do have options for virtual as well as in-person visits. So you're welcome to come in and experience either or both. We also do Instagram lives and all kinds of different opportunities for you to get a taste of what it is to be a University of Louisville Cardinal. That's it for me. Thanks so much for your attention, and go Cards.
Thank you so much, V. Really appreciate that. Let's move right along to our next presenter with Belmont University.
All right, well, thanks for being here tonight. My name is Clayton Walker. I'm one of the admissions counselors here at Belmont. We're located in Nashville, Tennessee. So if you haven't been to campus, we are a very urban campus, just 2 miles south of the city center here in Nashville. But even for an urban campus, you can see we have lots of green space. And not only that, campus is constantly growing. This picture was just taken last year. And since then, there's about 3 cranes on campus. This fall will open a brand new performing arts center. It'll be top 10 in the nation. We've also are beginning construction on a brand new residence hall that will have incredible views of downtown. And then coming soon, we'll be breaking ground for our College of Medicine for 2023 to open our med school. So Belmont's a medium-sized Christian liberal arts university. You see some quick facts on the screen. We're just about 6,600 undergraduate students. So we feel that's a pretty good size for us. We maintain that small school feel with that 19 student average class size and a 14:1 student to faculty ratio, but also have the resources of a larger university. As you can see, just that growth that we've been going through, just really exciting times to be on campus. We have students from all over the country come to Belmont. California is typically in our top 5 states where we get students from. So lots of students do come from the West Coast, and the majority of students do come from outside of Tennessee. So we have to take a second and talk about Nashville. Nashville is just such a great city for a university and for our students. You've probably heard of it as a music city, and that's definitely true. But even past that, we're a healthcare capital of the country. So we have all kinds of healthcare administration located here in Nashville for both our business students and our nursing students to get some great clinical experience. We're also the third coast for fashion. So you probably never thought of Nashville as a fashion center, but that's definitely true as well. And then we have headquarters, business headquarters moving here almost daily at this point. Amazon just opened a big logistics headquarters here. Oracle just announced this week a huge headquarters moving to Nashville, as well as quite a few finance firms. Nashville is just a growing city and a great place to be right now for our students. I did mention we're a Christian university, so what does that mean for Belmont? That just means our faculty and staff are all committed Christians, but we have students of all faith at the university. And it really just guides how we treat each other. We're a very caring community, helping each other with our mission and purpose of really helping students find their purpose to serve others in the world. Talking briefly about academics, we have over 100 majors across campus, across all the colleges you see on the screen. It does make sense, right? Music City, music business is our largest major. We're the only accredited music business program in the world. And we also, our second largest major is our nursing program, which is a direct admit program. So I think that's really important for students, especially coming from California. We have a direct admit nursing program, and we are one of the only universities in Tennessee to be accredited for our simulation labs. So just a lot of good stuff going on in our College of Health Sciences as well. Past that, our top 5 majors range from business to psychology. So really students all over the board. I think that's what students enjoy, is that the diversity they have when it comes to the students and what they're studying here at Belmont. To kind of wrap up what makes Belmont, or how do you apply and become a Belmont Bruin? You can apply one of 2 ways, either online through our BU4U account or through the common application. There's a $50 application fee, but we have rolling admissions. So our application opens August 1st. You can apply anytime until July 1st the following year. We are test optional for fall of 2021, so this fall and 2022. So for our juniors joining us tonight. But if you do submit scores, you can see the middle 50% of applicants on your screen. We are truly test optional, so test optional for all scholarships at Belmont as well. It's totally up to you if you want to submit the scores or not. And you can always change your mind. If you decide you wanted to submit scores and something happens and you can't, you can always update that with us, or maybe you thought you were going to submit scores and decided you didn't want to. That's okay too, just let us know. Past that, we just need the high school transcript. Our average weighted GPA of last year's class was a 3.83, and we don't need any teacher recommendations. We just need that school counselor recommendation to complete your application. Your application for admission is also your application for all scholarships at the university. So first, you'll be considered for our academic merit scholarships that range from $3,000 to $10,000. And those are based on your test scores, GPA, your whole application. And then if you receive that $10,000 merit scholarship, you're then considered for our top named and departmental awards. So that's the only deadline I like to mention for students. If you are potentially considering one of those top awards, you definitely want to submit your application by December 1st. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me at my email or phone number. I'd be happy to talk with you through the process. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Clayton. Really appreciate that. We're going to move right along to our final presentation of the evening with Dallas Baptist University.
Hello. Okay, let me share my screen with you guys. So that should work. Okay, I think it's sharing with you guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and get going. So my name is Kelsey Whaley, and I am an admissions counselor here at Dallas Baptist University. I work specifically with out-of-state students and a few zip codes in Texas. So if there are most likely out-of-state students in here, so definitely feel free to contact me if you have any questions about DBU. But I'm going to go ahead and get started. So we are Dallas Baptist University, located in Dallas, Texas. I'm going to start with talking about our mission statement because I think it's important for you to know what you're getting into with Dallas Baptist University. So the mission of DBU is to provide Christ-centered quality higher education in the arts, sciences, and professional studies at both the undergraduate and graduate levels to traditional age and adult students in order to produce servant leaders who have the ability to integrate faith and learning through their respective callings. So like I said earlier, we're located in Dallas, Texas. We're about 15 minutes from downtown Dallas, which is really nice because Dallas is a very fun, very safe city to be in. We're also about 30 minutes from Fort Worth, Grand Prairie, Arlington. We've got a really nice little backyard around us with lots of opportunities for internships and different things to do. So I'll give you some fast facts about DBU really quick. We have about 3,000 undergraduate students. Our average class size is about 12 students. The student to faculty ratio at DBU is 13:1. So that means that we have smaller classroom sizes, but that does allow for you to build relationships and strong connections with your professors. And so, which is something I believe is really transformative to an education. We have over 50 student-led clubs and organizations. And then a helpful tip to know, 99% of first-year incoming students in 2019 did receive financial aid. So I know that's obviously a worry for a lot of students coming to college is how they're going to afford it. And so just a bit of encouragement there. So next I want to talk about on-campus living. One of the requirements to receive and retain institutional scholarships at DBU is to live on campus. So to compensate for this, we have tons of upperclassmen housing as well as dorms for the freshmen. So your freshman year, you are required to live in the dorms. We have 2 girls' dorms and 2 guys' dorms. And then after your freshman year, you can move into either an apartment, brownstone, or townhome. The apartments house about 4 to 5 students, while the brownstones and townhomes house about 6 to 7. So in the picture there, you can actually see one of the pools on campus. This is our brownstone pool. So in the background, you can see actually a row of what the brownstones look like. And then we call that our High School Musical pool because it looks like the one from High School Musical. So those are definitely things that you can take advantage of as a student. So next, I'll jump into student life. As I mentioned earlier, we have over 50 student clubs and organizations on campus. So there is definitely something for you to be a part of. You're never really bored on campus. We also have Greek life. So our Greek life is not nationally affiliated. That way it can remain Christ-centered. So it is a very different experience being a part of Greek life at DBU than it would be at a lot of other schools. And so I was a part of Greek life on campus and it was an amazing experience. So we also have intramural sports if that's something that you're interested in doing. So the spiritual life at DBU is something that is very intentional and very thought through. There are a lot of ways that you can serve and be a part of the spiritual life at DBU. And one of those is being a part of a chapel worship team. All of our chapel worship is student-led. And so you can audition your freshman year to be a part of one of those teams. We have tons of different service events and opportunities, mission trips, and we also have a mentorship program. So next is athletics. I'm not going to go through every sport on here, but I will mention that baseball is our only D1 sport. So if you are interested in the baseball team, I would go to the athletics page on our website and check that out. All the rest are D2 sports or club sports. So our top 5 majors, probably our most popular, would be elementary education. We were voted in the top 1% of the nation for education programs. Business, psychology. With psychology, we offer an accelerated master's program. So in 5 years, you can get your bachelor's in psychology and your master's in licensed professional counseling. We also offer Christian studies and then health science, pre-med, pre-nursing, pre-physical therapy, things like that. So next, I'll go over some basic admissions requirements. We require a GPA of 2.5 or higher. And right now we are test optional, but you are welcome to submit test scores to us if you would like. So to apply to DBU, all you have to do is go to our website. And we do not need an official high school transcript to accept you. All we need is your GPA and a completed application. And that's it. Thank you guys so much. I'll drop my contact information in the chat.
Thank you so very much, Kelsey. Now I'm actually going to ask every presenter to turn their video back on because I have a question for you, and you'll answer in the same order in which you presented. But what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? Let's start with Champlain College. Oop, you're muted.
There we go. Is it working now?
Yes.
Sometimes my microphone does that even when it unmutes. The best advice I could give a student is to be honest with themselves about what they're looking for. It's okay to accept that your best friend in high school may want to go to a, SEC school and you're looking for something small and located in the Northeast. That doesn't mean that you and your best friend from high school are never going to see each other ever again. It just means that you want different things in that college experience, and it's okay to accept that. At the same time, don't be afraid to poke outside your comfort zone when you're looking at schools. Just because you think, you have the perfect ideal school in your mind doesn't mean that's where you're going to end up. Sometimes it takes just visiting a school that's outside your comfort zone to realize this isn't what I thought I wanted, but this feels like home to me, and this is where I want to spend the next 4 years.
Great, thank you. University of Connecticut?
So one of the biggest pieces of advice I give students is don't be afraid of admissions officers. So we are here to help you. We are here. This is what we are here to do. So don't be afraid to send us an email. Don't be afraid to call us if you have our numbers, or walk, if when things are normal, walk up to us at a fair or come visit us during a high school visit, because we want to talk to you. And it really is helpful for us too, when we're going to review your application and we're like, oh, I remember meeting that student and they told me this, or we had a great conversation. So use us as a resource and don't be scared of us, because all of us are very nice.
Great, thank you. What do you have to say here, University of Arkansas?
Sure. I would say, it's great that you guys are here now. It shows that you're definitely interested in different colleges, but definitely start your college list. Research the schools that you think you are interested in applying to. A lot of schools right now have virtual presentations online for you to visit with if you can't physically visit now. And really look at their admission criteria, their deadlines. Some schools are early action, some are early decisions, some are rolling admission and have priority deadlines. And really look at those scholarship opportunities as well, because we would hate for you guys to miss out on those opportunities.
Beautiful, thank you. University of Louisville.
Solid advice here. I like it. What I would say to kind of go with what my colleagues said up to now is, as you're looking through different colleges and universities, I would just treat each one of them as if it's your number one choice, because it could definitely become your number one choice. So make sure, just like Kim was saying about, paying attention to each one of the universities and the deadlines, so that you can put your best foot forward, and that you could, just make sure that as you are exploring different options, that you are being open-minded about the process, and then just, kind of going the direction where your heart and your research is leading you to, and just trusting the process. So.
Great, thank you. Belmont University.
And kind of similar to that, just the importance of fit. It's really all about finding the right school for you. Even out of the 6 of us tonight, there's just so many options out there, and that gives you a lot of opportunity to find what you're interested in, and what makes sense for you, because everyone fits at a different place.
Yeah, for sure. And let's close it out now with Dallas Baptist University. What do you have to add?
Yeah, so I would say, this is kind of repeating what someone else said a little bit, but if you have the opportunity to go visit a campus, go visit it. I know COVID kind of messes that up, but some places are open and people do virtual tours. But I think it's important to be able to kind of envision yourself as a student there, and just kind of see if it's a good fit for you. So go visit. And I would also say apply early. Some schools you can start applying as a junior in high school and be accepted, or even just earlier senior year. But the earlier you apply, then the longer you have to work on scholarships and financial aid. And we all know that that plays a huge role in a college decision. So yeah, those would be my 2 pieces of advice.
Great, thank you so much here. I really just want to move right along now into closing this out. And I want to say thank you to all 6 of you for being here and presenting 6 minutes of what your institution has to offer. It's been great. And thank you for anyone who is here live. We really appreciate that. When you close out of this, there is going to be a short 4-question survey that we at StriveScan would love your feedback on. So if you're willing to do that, we would appreciate it. Also, there are many sessions coming up later this evening if you want to register and learn about more schools. Also, if you ran out here and internet went out, or you just need to follow up with some of these great people, there's going to be a recording available in about 1 week at strivescan.com/WACAC. I'm going to close this out here, and you all have a wonderful evening. Bye now.